Hey guys, I just want to share a quick little video on how I do the glue-on bells. And of course I use the E6000 with it, which is really a great glue to use. It's an industrial glue, so it's a really high performance. And of course there's a little step that you might want to do before you add the glue onto your bell and onto your piece. What I do, I'm gonna demonstrate. I get my bell. Let me grab a new one. As you can see, I've been working on these here, and I get a little piece of sandpaper. I'm using the 150, the fine one, which is this one. You can use sandpaper, you can use your Dremel tools, you can use you know, whatever you have to sand your pieces. So what I'll do, I get a little piece, like I said, and if it's, you know, if I see that it's just too worn on that side, I just turn it. And then with the little piece, you can get, you know, all the way up there, even if, especially if you know, give it a nice little crease. So you can get way up there, and then you sand it. I'm sanding one of these silver bells, the rectangle ones. And what you need to do is just roughen the surface and remove all the shiny that you see in there. Let me see. I need a little bit more on the bottom edge. And just make sure you do this on the part that you're going to glue. You don't do the back part. That's the part that's going to show. So you see how it's been, I don't know if you can see that, but it's scratched up. All the shiny stuff is gone. Now you also get your piece, and let me show you how I do it. I just put my bell on there, and just, you guys probably know how to do this, but I do it this way, and I make sure it's where I want it to be. And then with my nail, I just kind of pinch in right here at the end, and it leaves a small little indentation that I can see. I don't know if you guys can see it in camera, and that way I know how far down to go. But you do need to scratch off the shiny, you know, all the shiny stuff from back here, or the wrestling right here, just for that section. And sometimes I even give it a little indent right here for the loop that comes on the bell. So I do that. And what you need to do after you do that, you need to make sure that both of your pieces, your bell and your piece, are nice and clean. They don't have any dirt on there, so that will be okay. So then you get your E6000. Let me get this open. You have to make sure that you use the correct amount, and you really don't need a whole lot. And if you've had your glue sitting for you know, for quite a while, you might just want to get rid of the old glue and use some fresh glue. And you get just a little bit like that. And put it onto your bell just like this. And like I said, make sure you use the right amount, because if you don't, when you press your pieces together, it's going to just ooze out. You don't want that to happen. Of course, if that does happen to you or to your piece, what you can do is just let it set for a little bit, and then once it's dry, you can go in there with your blade, and let me get this close to me, and see guys, it's on there. So just make sure you press it down so the glue can be even. See how you press it down, and it shouldn't ooze out if you use the correct amount. But if it does, like I said, just let it dry. Once it's dry, come with your blade, and just, you can cut it off, and it comes off really fast and really good that way. So once you've pushed it down, what I do I always get a little piece of tape and I put it on there, and then I press it down so that it can hold it. And just make sure that you let this dry. I've got another one going on here. Let it dry with the bell down like that for at least 24 hours. That's how long it needs, you know, for it to completely cure. So once you have it, you know, once it's done, then that bell is not coming off. It shouldn't come off. But of course, if you skip those steps, you know, if you just glue it straight on there, this could happen to you. See, this is what happened to one of my pins. I actually pulled it off intentionally to see how good the glue would be, and it did come off, so I was really surprised. But this part here is all the shiny stuff that I did not sand. So just make sure you sand your piece where you're going to put your bell, and sand your bells. And with all these all those scratches you see in there, that's where your glue is going to get in all of that, and it's going to hold your bells really, really well. So that's it, guys. I hope it helps. Make sure you get this glue close because it does ooze out. But I hope this helps, and thanks for watching, guys.